So good morning everyone and welcome back in today's class once again. Okay, so till yesterday what we discussed specifically about ServiceNow is what is ServiceNow, ServiceNow property, system property, user creation, group creation, role assignment, update set creation. Okay, now we are going to be discuss the heart of a ServiceNow. I'll say basically why I'm saying heart because it has a each and everything now depends on this particular heart only. ServiceNow is a tool which is used to store the data on the parameters of row and column. In SQL, when we start the database, we have a first line in our books. A table is a combination of row and column is called the table. Okay. In the ServiceNow as well, everything which we are going to be used now, on which we are going to be work now, is be from the table only. So when I say the table specifically, that we will create a table structure, but means what I want to store into the table, how I want to store the things into the table, what type of data fields available, what is the attributes available. So we will create a table structure for the same. And post that we will use those parameters, we will use those fields on the form level to store the data into the table. Okay. Now the thing came, let me try to open this notepad. Okay. Why it's not opening? Okay. Okay. So in ServiceNow, table basically, if I say that there's a concept called the core table or the base table. Okay. If you see on the Google or in the community, you will find these two different terms. What is a core table? What is a base table? If I go here and see. Okay. So what this table indicate actually? Okay. So now you can see base table are those table which are extended, but itself not is not an extended table. Table that exist in the base system are called the core tables. So in short, if I say the term is same, core or base, the term is same, but the definition, if you go here, base table are those tables which are extended, means you can extend this table. Now I'll show you how to extend this part, but these table are not extended from other table. When I show you the practical thing, then you will be able to understand this part. Okay, so in short, these are the tables which are given by ServiceNow, is called the base table. So I can say given by system, or I'll not say OOTB. No, it is not OOTB, because if I say OOTB specifically means, then you say Atul, incident table also OOTB, chain table also OOTB. Yes, these are the OOTB, but these are not the base table. Okay, because we are extending this. Okay, we are extending, we are creating incident, change, problem table from the base table. Okay, now if you are a ServiceNow learner or you are working in ServiceNow, so you should know that what is the base or the core table in ServiceNow. That is called the task table. This is the first and prime and I can say the base or the heart of this ServiceNow. All other tables like incident, change, problem, these table has been created on the basis of this table. Now I give you the layman example. Okay, in the layman example, suppose when our grandparents, where this 1947 has happened, they came from Pakistan to India, right? and they started everything from the scratch. Those are the tasks. And we are taking the property of our father, our mother, our ancestor. We are these things. When they came to the India, they don't have anything in their bucket, nothing. They start working, they start searching for a job, they start a business, and they build up everything by their own. And we call this as a task table or the base table or the core table. But my father, myself, my son, we are be taking the property from these things. And we are called the, I'll not say it's a custom table, but yes, it is not the base table actually. Okay, so now this is the concept of the base table or the core table. Okay, this is the table which we use for the approximately for our ITSM work. There's a one more table called the CMDB underscore CI. This is also a core table, or I can say the base table, which is for CI data. Okay, so these two tables you should know that in the ServiceNow when you buy ITSM, these two tables are the important for you. These are the base table. From the interview perspective, from the certificate perspective, from the learning perspective, you should know that these are the core tables which we use to create a new tables as well. Yes, so any question? Okay, CI stand for the configuration item. Okay, we have a 3 to 4 days session on the CMDB completely. Then we'll discuss in detail. But for the table reference, I just pick up this table as of now. Yeah. Okay. Now let me show you this part task. Let me go here and I will search for the task here. And I'll search for the tables. Okay. And you can see here under system definition, I have a application called table. Click on the tables here. Because I have lot of plugin installed, so I have a count more than 5,000 table. Okay, now it is a label, it is a name, it is extensible, it is extensible. ये दोनों terms अलग अलग हैं. Extend means from which table you are extending this. Extensible means you are authorizing or you are telling to other person, okay, you can take help from me. Let's take example. Okay, I am a trainer. I am giving a training to you guys. So you are extending my knowledge. Okay, that is the one thing. Now Ronald say, hey, I also have a good knowledge. Atul is giving me training. Let me start my own batch as well. Now Ronald will become the extensible. He's running his own batch as well. Then it become extensible here. So you can say like when we kick off this training, I should have an NDA sign. Guys, during this 40 hours, 40 days, you are not authorized to take any batch from the ServiceNow perspective. Complete my training, then you can go and take it. The reason it's showing as a false here. Okay, so extend means if you are creating a table, you are creating a knowledge from the other person. Extensible means that if you are sharing your knowledge with the other person, then you will become the extensible here. Okay, and this is totally choice of the user that they want, or I'll say the developer or the architect, they want to extensible or not. Now let me search for the task table. See this one. This is my core table. You can see it is not extended. मतलब इसको किसी से नहीं बनाया गया, but it is extensible. You can use this table to extend your tables, to create your tables. Clear यहाँ तक? Any doubt? Anyone? Any doubt? Any question? Anyone? Any doubt? Any question? Any clarification? Try to admit once again. Ronald, Surya. Any doubt? Any question till this point? Okay. Now what I will do, I'll show you this table. Let me open this table. The only thing can be because I have a lot of plugin installed, so the size of this table will be increased. Okay. Ronald, what is your instance name? And give me your username password as well for your instance. Let it be load quickly. So now you can see. This is the core table for me, or it's a base table for me. If you delete this table, your service now gone. If you delete the root, tree will gone. So same concept apply here. Okay, because this table is already created and created by the system, so I am not able to see many other fields available here. Okay, but when we will create our table, I will show you that part. Okay, let me remove this here. Okay, so now you can see that I have more than 1,30,000 records, because as I told, I have a lot of plugin installed in my system. So those plugin are also supporting the task table. The reason it has been increased the count here. Ronald, are you there? I need your instance, or maybe Kunal, anyone instance is running.
Just a second.
Okay, give me your instance number and this thing.
You want
Username.
the dev number?
Your dev number.
It is 86271.
No, that is mine only.
Oh, that's yours. Okay, sorry.
Do,
Then
do you have
7608.
7608 7608
89.
89? Yeah. Okay. Can you put the user? Oh, it's in hibernate mode. You did not open it so
Okay.
long.
Yeah.
Yes, Kunal. Can you give me your instance name?
Yeah, 1 minute ago I'm giving that.
Okay.
Yeah, Atul, mine is 64381.
64381. Okay. Good. What is the username password? Just ping in the chat window. Okay. Because in my instance there's a lot of what I can say plugins there, so it will create a problem for understanding.
Yeah, in us it is only like 70 entries are showing in that.
Yes,
table.
yes. No, it's a wrong username password, yeah. Surya,
Yeah.
you're giving me your developer instance. No, I don't want that. I want your login one, admin, and what is the password there?
Okay, admin is Surya Vamsi.
Okay. And password you can ping.
No, actually, I'll be opening the developer and then I'll be directly getting into the start building one.
Okay, then do one thing. Go to the developer site. Here you will find your user ID, right? And click on this manage password. Then you will get the password as well for the admin.
Yeah.
It should. Did you get Surya?
No, Atul, I'm unable to find it.
Okay, let me show you on my screen then. I should reset my instance, then that will be good. So when you go here, Surya,
Yeah. can directly open mine itself, right? In this.
No, I'll not do open mind. That's not look good. I'll tell you so that next time you should know that from where these passwords you can pick it up. Okay. So go here, and here you will get this one, manage instance password, and this is the password for you. Now give me the password. So this is the password for my instance. And you can email as well yourself the copy of this password.
This password, like the username below that password is there, right?
Right. Okay, in the meantime, from where this text is coming, anyone find out?
And that system properties, system messages, I think.
Are you sure? Try again, Ronald. It's not on the system property. Okay, so now I log in into the Surya instance. Let me go and show the tables. Click here. Now, if I open the task table, and you can see only 17 fields are there. So you are keeping on the mute, yeah. Thanks. Okay, yep. So now you can see only 70 fields are there. Now the question comes, Atul, how the 70 fields basically come into the picture? The thing is that ServiceNow build the tool in such a manner that they know the fields which you want to use for the other tables should be given into the parent table only. Let's take example. Okay, like everyone who is living on earth has a surname, right? Who is called as a last name or the surname we call specifically. It means, and we are getting that surname from our grandparents to grandparents and the grandparents. So that surname is one of the attribute for my identity. Atul Grover. Grover is my surname, and that Grover I'm getting it from my parents and grandparents and the grandparents. That is the one attribute they have built up. Okay. In the same manner, ServiceNow says in this particular table, I have a lot of fields which you can use when you are extending, when you are creating your own table. So no need to be create your table again and again. Like if you go to any hotel, you take any room in the hotel, you get a lot of things by default. Towel, shaving kit, soap, shampoo, blankets, beddings, water bottle. Why? Because they know that if any guest is coming, he or she should not bring this thing by his own. He can use this thing from my only. Now, with that bottle, you can use to make a tea, you can use in the drinks, or you can use into the some other purpose. Okay, so in this table, these 70 fields are there which you can utilize in any other table as well if you extend this table while creating your own table. Little confusing, I'm sure, little confusing. Now if I show you something here on my instance only. Okay, these fields are there. Let me see the caller. Now caller is there. I know that this is coming from the incident table. Correct. Now if I want to see this field is coming from which table, actually it is coming from incident, it is coming from change, it is coming from problem, it is coming from task. What I'll do, I'll right click and sorry, this thing, and here I can see. You can see anything. Configure label, configure dictionary, configure style, configure show caller ID. Let me click show caller ID. This show means it will tell you that what is the table it is be calling. This is caller is coming from the incident table only. Caller ID, incident dot caller ID, but it is a reference. Now, if I go here in the task table, let me see, search for the caller, is there or not? It is not there. It means this field has been created on the incident table. Now let me go and show you this thing. This one, watch list. Okay, show watch list. See from where it is coming. It is coming from the task table. Pranald, Surya, Kunal has his own identity, but they are carry some kind of values from their parents as well. My father is not good in computers, but I am. Right? If say I am, it means I am from the incident table, but I am behaving. My nature is similar to my father. It means I'm getting inheritance from my father. It means I'm taking that from the task table. Okay, so these are the things which we learn in 1 or 2 days now, that how this table has been defined. So that is then it is said that if you want to extend, if you want to create your own table, try to extend any base table or the core table so that maximum field you will get it from the base table only. Okay, so these are the 70 fields which I'm getting from my base table. Okay, now what I will do, so you can see here now these fields have a different types. Some is the reference, some is the list type, journal input, list, variable, user input, integer. See, urgency is there saying integer. If you go here, Atul, how urgency is integer? It should be a string, but it is actually an integer. Even if the state is also kind of integer only. Let's see state. It's there or not. Let's check it from here only. See, it's coming from the task. Now let's see state. See, integer. Why integer? Any idea, Ronald, Kunal, or Surya? Why it has been integer?
No idea.
Because in the front, yes, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry, someone was saying something.
No, I said I don't know. I mean, no idea.
Oh, yes,
Why it is.
okay. Because in the front end, you are able to see these values, right? But in the background, these values are represented by the numbers. State new is state number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the reason it's showing as a integer here. If you want to see, click open this. Integer, and then in the choices you can get these things. Choices 83C. 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So from there, from these value, the backend calculation actually work. For a user, it is in progress. That's fine. But for a service now, in progress means it is number 2, like this. Okay, so that is the thing. Now, if I say OK on the change form, if I go on the change form, let's see. Oh yeah. Let's see on the change form this state. Here's the state. Now check state. See, it is again coming from the task. Close states 3, 4, 7, default close state 3, state 5. See, -5, it is not 5, it is -5. Now, if you want to see this thing, go here. What is -5? Pending. -5 is pending. So single field, I have multiple values. I just do a binding कि भाई change में मुझे ये दिखना चाहिए. In the change, I can see only these things. In the incident, I can see these many things. Table level binding I can do, but in the background, it is all integer. So you can see here, authorize is -3, schedule is -2, implement is -1. Why minus? Because it represents for the change. All plus are from the incident. This thing.
Here the sequences are means user defined. We can change the sequence.
It is a system defined. Not a user.
Third or fourth column actually. We can edit or not this one.
Wait, let me scroll up. This one, right? This sequence. Yeah. Sequence you can change.
Okay.
Sequence you can change, but don't change the value, because in the while building this tool, they use this value at multiple places. In the workflow as well, ServiceNow use this. Okay. And that is the reason I tell you one more example. One of my customers says, Atul, in incident, I have a new in progress, on hold, resolved, closed, and cancelled. Okay. My customers say I'm using remedy for since long time. Okay. And in the remedy, I have a state called assigned. I'm sure if you use the remedy, you know this thing. He says, I want a new state assigned. I said it cannot be done. Very, very practically, it cannot be done. Because if you add a new state, even you don't know that from where and how much it will impact your current system. So never ever recommend to add any state in this. Okay, because always remember it is a tool and we have to use the tool by a manner it has been built up. I said you can say Atul क्या जाता है एक assign to the बनाना ठीक है बना दो यहाँ जाके, but I will make sure कि वो assign to जो है मेरा that properly work in the workflow. Correct? Workflow तो एक चीज है उसका state representation. On the basis of the assigned to, you have a lot of validations to be put on the place. It's like building a complete new system for a new state. So ServiceNow never ever recommend. If you want to go for a new state, better go for the custom application. In that you can use anything which you want to do, because that is completely customized. You up to your thought, you can build up anything on that part. Okay, so that is the way that this table has been defined, and you can see on the form from where these fields are coming. It is again on the task and the field opened at date and time. All these things are there. We will see these attributes, how this will look like or what this purpose are there. Okay. Now if I come here, let me go back to the task table.
Atul, this
yes.
State, is it a common one between incident problem change,
yes.
or is it specific?
Yes. This field is common. Value are depend on the tables. Okay. So in short, the surname for you, your brother, your sister is common, but the nature can be different based on your personal identity or personal look and feel. Okay.
Now this assigned state, right? I mean, it's a quite a common state that we generally use. I know it's not there in OOTV,
right?
But now, supposing because of the way we've designed processes in the past, we've typically had assigned state, and in my project also I gave this requirement to have an assigned state. Now, if it's to be added, right? Now let's say consider a situation either in change or somewhere we add another state. then that sequence which we need to change, if we add a assigned state and we add it as sequence number 2, the remaining sequences, do we need to modify them or will it auto?
Correct. You have to modify.
Okay.
You already built up a flat, okay, and you are staying there. Now you say, I want to put one more big room, a big or a small. You have to change the complete structure, right? You have to make a space for that room. Either you cut down your washrooms, either you cut down your bedrooms, either you cut down your kitchen, either cut down living room. Something have to be cut down, right? So that is the impact you have to evaluate. Add karna is not a big thing. I just add one value here, it will be appear here. But add करने का होगा क्या उसके बाद? You have to put the complete show on the top of that. आपने कमरे तोड़ के एक 4 दीवार तो खड़ी कर दी, but what will happen after that? How you are going to be use that? You need the electric condition there. You need the water tap in that particular area. You want some AC to be there. You want some wall to be there. You want some AC, this thing. Door should be there. Everything you need it, right? Which you already have in your house. And then people say, if you want to put the new room better, you go for the new flat or build your own flat by your own choice. Sometime being a consultant, we have to be use the tool or define the process as per the tool sometime, which is I'm not always favor. Your process should drive your tool, not a tool should drive your process. But in these cases, we have to be say that my process need to be modified because it is not supporting the tool. I'm telling you, it is not very I can say rare question. It is very frequent question asked. I give one example. Okay, in one of my project, we are using a field here that is for the differentiation part, that on which department you belong. So I have a X department, I have a Y department, and I build my complete workflow for the X and Y. There's a one value stream come into the picture and say, boss, I need Z as well. I said I'm not doing anything on the Z here because I'm working on some other solution to remove this field as well. They forcefully added the Z as a drop down in the department. Okay, they test first change into the dev environment. No approval trigger, nothing worked out. They came back to me, Atul, it is not working. I said, boss, it will not work. For you, it is just a value. For me, it is just need to be complete workflow need to be defined again for me. So these are the things you have to be evaluate, that why you need this thing. I told that guy, don't put any new value here. It will not work for you. He says, no, I need. Okay, I said, okay, go and do it. He done that part. But when he select the value stream as a Z, he click on the submit approval. Nothing work out because I did not define anything in the background. Adding value is just a 1 minute work for me. But to define the complete system on the basis of that value is a complicated task.
Okay.
Clear, Ronald? Now?
Yeah, I understood what you're saying about defining what's the background. Term this as a customization or is it a configuration?
Customization, complete customization.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Addition of any new field. Okay. Addition of anything which is not be given by ServiceNow out of the box is a customization. If you say, Atul, adding a value, it is a configuration. But defining the workflow on the basis of that, it becomes the customization for me. Because you need to change everything. Everything you have to be changed. And which is not given by ServiceNow out of the box. Okay. So now I come to this part. Okay. Now what we'll do, we will create one table of our one table. Okay. Let me go back here. Okay, good. You have a training update set. Good. I'll click on the new. Now on the new, you can see a lot of things here. Label, name, extends table, application, create module, mobile module, add-on menu, all these things will be there. Let's put a table here. Surya. Now, if this is the label, and now you will notice one thing. What is the name of this table now?
U underscore. So.
Okay. Now come here. U underscore Surya and X underscore Surya. इन दोनों tables में क्या difference है?
I can say that U is like user defined. We can.
Okay.
X a little bit I'm confused about that. Like I'm not sure about it.
Ronald क्या कहते हो?
You I was aware, but X not sure.
Have you seen this X underscore?
No.
Okay, let me show you in the meantime. Kangas drop down. Wait. Tables. I'll show you. Put some thoughts. Try
Is
to put
that
some thoughts.
Extended table?
No. See, X underscore. U underscore. See, both are the user defined. Both are the custom tables. Any table which you are creating in ServiceNow is a custom table. Okay. Number one point should be clear in everyone's mind now. If I created a table in ServiceNow, either I'm extending or not, but I'm creating it. It is a custom table. Now U stands for the user defined. Means the scope of this table is global. If I go here, see, the scoping of this table is global. But if you see the X, it means these are the scoped table. मतलब scope table का मतलब वो है only created for a specific purpose only, for a specific module only. I'll show you. Maybe you can see the global, right? Now I'll go to this part.
And now I got it. I missed that.
ITSM workspace. Okay, reload it. See, now they are bringing their own name, SN underscore ITSM instead of the X as well. If X will come when you are creating your own application, and in that application you are creating your own table. This topic we have in our bucket for the scoped application. If you are selecting your scope from here, then it will come something like that. Let me change the name here or go to some other application. Team Connects. See, now it's coming SN underscore. Because these are the scope has been defined by ServiceNow, right? But in this, the scope has been defined by a user only. My customer says, Atul, I want a training module in ServiceNow. Can you build up for me? I said, OK. If I build a new training module, my table will be start from the X. But if say, OK, Atul, I have something on the Team Connect. Can you build an application on the basis of the Team Connect? Then my table name will become SN underscore like this. This is a new learning for me as well. OK, now we'll go back to our global scoping. And you can see here the scoping also change. Go to the global now. Till this point, any doubt, any question, anyone? Because this is the base now. You can see on the top, ServiceNow recommend creating custom table in the scope application. It means they're saying that, boss, if you want to create any specific application table, go to the scope part, don't create from here. But if you want to use it for your general purpose in ITSM part, then you can use that part. Yes.
While you are changing this global into this scope thing, why the update sets are also being changed?
No.
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 Previously you
But-
kept into the
but-
ITSM workspace.
But this will be changed when you change the scope application. Let's try this thing. Good question. Sometimes we need to do the practical part as well. No, it is not changed. Yes, it's changing. So basis on this part, it's changing the update set as well.
Yeah,
Good
but
point.
as a point, like I want to get all these changes into my update set, right?
Not possible. Not possible. Then you have to be merge it at the last.
Okay, we need to merge this update set
Yes.
into our training update set.
Correct. But again, the best practice says here, don't merge the different scoping in a one update set.
Okay, as you said yesterday, like there need to be each and every update need to be a separate update set.
Correct. And now we added one more part that is called the scoping. So better create a one update set for one scope only. That will be good to go. Okay, if you put everything in a single box, it is tough for you to be identified later on. Better you put the different things in the different boxes.
Yeah, based on the category of work, like we need to divide them.
Correct. So on the basis of that. Okay. Now let's go back to the global. Okay, in the meantime, let me show you something here.
Yeah, Atul, one more thing, like regarding the customized tables in the production environment, like the same license will be like will be get the eligibility, or like is there any?
No. There's a story behind that. I'll tell you. Give me some time. I'll tell you this thing. Okay. So now you can see here, I have an incident as a table, and I have these many modules. Now what we are doing, we are creating our table here. Surya batch 6. Name, we are okay now. Extend. Do you want to create this table on the basis of some previous table? Generally, practice says yes, extend from the task table or extend from the change table, which is extensible. If no, let's do one thing. I'm creating this table without extending this table now. Okay. Come to this section, create module. Do you want to see a module here under the Surya batch 6? If you say tick, untick, no module will be created. If you tick, then it will ask you, add module to the menu. In which menu you want to add it? I said, boss, create a new menu called the batch 6. Okay, I'm not doing anything now. I'm just clicking on the save here. Done. Now let's come here. See, batch 6 learner is my menu name and this is my module name. Now you need to be identify why this S is coming in the bat last. Okay. Now if I click on this, nothing is coming. Only one field. Who put this field? Neither I created, neither Ronald created, neither Surya created, neither Kunal created. Then how this field has been come? Let's go back to our table. Okay, one shortcut I give you. Click here, new. Okay, right click, configure table. You will directly landing into this table only. See. Now the thing is that if you are creating a table, okay, these 6 fields will come automatically. These are the default. If a child take a birth, his birthplace, birth time, automatically associated with him or her as soon as he come into the world. Definitely he has some name. He has some identity. So these are the 6 fields which come automatically. whenever you create a table. Either you extend, either you don't extend. Okay, and has a default one, maximum length 40, update this. Okay, one thing. What is SysID? And why this is important? And how this SysID work? Tell me.
Yeah, it is used to identify any record in the.
What record?
Any record a user creates.
No. Okay, only for record?
Yeah, it's only for record.
Ronald, what do you say?
It uses it to identify like a number, like Aadhaar number or something like that, like separate identity number of a record.
Actually, it's a system generated unique ID actually, and every record have even the like unique ID in the service now.
Every
Service.
record?
Yeah.
Yeah, every field. Yeah, every attribute.
Oh no, I think I'm a little bit confused, but it's every record I can say.
Okay, so is this table is a record? Or not?
Yeah.
But it is a table, it is not a record.
No, in like in the service of consideration, you also consider as a record as well.
Correct. Good. So that is the point. Means SysID is a unique identifier for each and every record. Let's see if I go to the updated. And right click here, show XML. See, it also have a boss SysID. ServiceNow, if you're entering any record in ServiceNow, any attribute, see if I open this. See, SysID. This SysID is for this particular date and time. If I go here, updates. इसलिए I was asking, it's only for the record or for everything? See, every attribute, every record, every table has a SysID. If you are a good developer, okay, and if you're a good consultant, and you are getting confused, suppose let's take example. I put this thing G and Atul G. These two are two different user IDs. How you will identify that which Atul G are referring, this one or this one? Only by the help of the SysID. You remember in colleges, in school, every student has a roll number, right? Every student has a roll number. Even teacher has their roll numbers as well, by which they put the attendance in their register. Or teacher employee ID will be there. Why this thing be required? In a class, I have 50 students. 5 student has a name called Kunal. I say, okay, Kunal, please get up. Madam, which Kunal? Kunal who stay in Pune. Okay, three Kunal get up. Madam, still which Kunal? Who stay in camp area? 2 Kunal get up. Madam, which Kunal? Okay, whose father is working in army? Then only 1 Kunal came. Instead of doing this part, if teachers and say, okay, Kunal, roll number 16, stand up, then only 1 will be get up because he has his unique ID in the place. He has a SysID on the place. So every record, every attribute has a SysID associated with him or herself. Now the question comes, Atul, you are expert, you are saying anything. No, you can see the SysID in the here as well. This is my SysID. This is my sys ID for this particular record. Now, if I go here, Surya batch. Where is the show XML? This is the ID for the sys ID for the Surya table. Clear हुआ doubt? Clear हुआ question? कोई confusion यहाँ पर? Anyone? Tell me guys, any doubt, any question?
No, I'm fine.
No.
Surya?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Now, last exercise, what we'll do now? Okay. We will create a table. Okay. Go here. Label. Run. Okay. Now I will extend this table. I'll create this table from the task table. I'm extending this. This is my task table. Do you want to create a module? Menu nahi. I want to use the previous menu. Which menu? I want to use the batch 6 learner. ठीक है. Module create करना, हाँ module create कर दो rows के नाम से. I click on the save. Now come this side. 71 fields are there. Why one field is extra? 70 I know that is coming from the task. But what about the one?
Is it SysID?
How you will check it?
Yeah, in search we can check it. Right?
One way. Second way.
Second way is to like going into the next page and then.
Right. Now, if you want to search that part, Surya, I'm just putting you mute.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Now, what else is there? Let me show you. Okay. So that I know that these 70 fields are coming from the task table. Only one field is coming from the row table, right? So what I can do, I can go ahead and search. Put this and search for the table. Okay. And now in the table, I can put this one. So this field exists on the Ronald table. It is not exist into the task table. Okay. So by this way, you can identify that how many fields I created. See, even though it should come by the u underscore that because it's a user defined, but sys ID is a, what I can say, out of the box field available, which we are just putting into the our tables. So now task table has its own sys ID, Ronald table has its own sys ID. Okay, so let's stop it here only now. Okay, because it's too much for the going forward. Now what you have to do, your homework for the weekend now, you have to create one or two tables. Either you can create on my instance, either you can create your own instance. Don't create in my because it's a lot of fields are there, so you will be get confused. So you can create you can create one or two tables with or without extending. Okay, and try these options. I'll show you. Try this option. If you remove this, what will happen? If you put new field or if you put do this thing, what will happen? Because it's a PDA, you can do anything here. And Monday we will discuss about the control, application access, and the column part. That if I want to create my own new column, then what will happen? Okay. Any doubt, any question till this point? Anyone?
No.
All clear or it's going very high?
No, all clear from my side. That I posted that you asked the question that where we change the content.
Right. I saw your.
In the system UI, there are a lot of the things we need to change. Yeah,
Yes.
the most important. Yeah, for the
System.
configuration.
Right. Okay. Now let me stop the recording here. Surya, any doubt from your side? All fine, all clear?
No, Atul.
Okay, good. So let me stop the recording here then.